And certainly last but not least is Janice Lee, who is a principal investigator and also a director of the Office of Clinical, she is the Office of Clinical Director, having a threefold mission of actually seeing patients who are referred to the clinic in Building 10 who are compromised, who've either had a transplant and need their oral or dental condition restored. And she also, the focus of the research program that the clinical PIs are engaged in is on rare undiagnosed conditions. And of course, her own research is focused on a rare condition, Lloyd-Dietz syndrome. But Janice has done something that's transformative for the field in creating a model for the training of clinical research fellows. And that, I hope, is translatable to schools and to the extramural world. So Janice, very happy to have you here.
Well, thank you very much, Rena, and thank you, Pam, for inviting me to be on this panel. I need to refer to my notes because there's so much to tell you. The NIDCR Division of Intramural Research in the last 10 years has steadily built its clinical and translational research program and has turned its focus on team science. The realities of effectively translating our research and our discovery goes beyond best science, which is a subjective term. But
louder, just a little louder.
Sorry, and you know, there's a photo actually of you, Rena, with a whole bunch of the clinicians together, and I don't see it, so I'm a little disappointed. But the realities of effectively translating our research and our discoveries really goes beyond best science, which is a subjective term, and requires that we strengthen the entire continuum of research from mechanism to patient application to ultimately improve the oral health of the American people. And this is through a strong network. This is through collaborations that include a team, and you're gonna hear the same themes over and over again. A team of dentists, scientists, nurses, physicians, research support staff who conduct the research and are appropriately overseen to be compliant by offices like mine and the Office of Clinical Trials, Operations, and Management. And these activities occur in the NIH Clinical Center. You referred that to Irina and Martha as the Jewel. It's America's research hospital and the only hospital in the US that is solely dedicated to clinical research. And there are currently 7 clinical investigators at the NIDCR. I know sometimes it feels like an army, but in fact, there's only 7 of them. And they currently study and conduct research in the areas of oral graft versus host disease, craniofacial anomalies and surgical alternatives, periodontal disease and rare immunological conditions, bone metabolic disorders, including autosomal dominant hypoparathyroidism and fibrous dysplasia, and salivary gland disorders, including Sjogren's syndrome. In recent years, however, the NIDCR clinical research has focused on targeting their therapies, with clinical trials now making up 50% of our portfolio, successful relationships with industry partners through a CRADA mechanism, and more recently, academic partners with U mechanisms. I hope you're satisfied, Martha. By building this strong clinical translational research enterprise, we've laid the foundation for the NIDCR Dental Clinical Research Fellowship Program, which provides an immersive as well as a mentored research training field to ensure that we have an adequate number of well-prepared dentist scientists who are actually going to improve the oral health of the American people. And to date, we have 22 fellows, 4 of whom are in the program. Actually, if the 4 can raise their hand, I don't think all 4 are here, but there are 4 of you who are in the program. A bunch of you here today. Excellent. Another 4 will be joining in July, and nearly all the dental specialties have been represented among the fellows. However, I want to point out that 50% of our fellows are dual degree dentists, whether it's a PhD, a DPH, or an MPH, or a master's, without residency training. So I want to make it clear, we have it all for you. 50% are female, 40% are minorities, and 12% are underrepresented minorities. And most of our fellows actually apply for K awards and other awards during their fellowship program. The majority of our fellows go on to academic careers or have become leaders or researchers within government agencies. And I want to give a shout out to Natalia Chalmers, who is the first Chief Dental Officer for CMS. So I hope you'll agree that this fellowship is a gem for DIR. Now, one of the distinct features of clinical research is the time it takes to characterize a disease all the way to identifying therapies. And as you've heard, we've got a number of legacy programs. We have 2. And I just want to point out that these 2 programs have been in the NIDCR research portfolio over 2 decades. And that's the FD McCune-Albright Syndrome Program, which will be celebrating its 25 years of research at the NIH, led by our Lasker scholar, Alison Boyce, and also the Sjogren's team, who have been going strong for over 39 years, and now led by early career scientist Blake Warner. And over the last 10 years as the clinical director, the focus of my office has now been to translate and to really provide the support to effectively have studies and trials that can be done in an efficient manner. And I just want to document, as you see here, denosumab therapy in fibrous dysplasia, which was just published in the New England Journal just last month, and the identification of SARS-CoV-2 in the oral cavity and in saliva in Nature Medicine, published in 2021. All these studies were initiated and completed during the COVID pandemic. And my goal and hope is that the NIDCR intramural clinician scientists and the American people will continue to benefit from the evolution of the intramural focus on translating our research. Thank you.